Renee, you recording?
Camera stay on.
All right, let's do it. All right, this is Mr. Andrew Araque.
Yes.
Yes, sir, a.k.a. Mr. BMW.
Mr. BMW here with Pro Auto Brokers. Excited to be here. Man.
That's what's up, my brother. So let me give you a couple of his accolades and his history. So he's been in the business he's been with BMW of Ramsey for 7 years, and also from those 7 years, you've been 5 years. You've been platinum client advisor. Also, he does 400 cars a year. Give it up for Andrew Araque.
Thank you. It means a lot, man. A lot of hard work. It wasn't easy, man. But, you know, I learned from the best and my colleagues and you and people that, you know, I aspire to be like one day, man. You know, so without you guys, man, like, you know, you keep learning every day, man.
That's what it is, my brother. And every day this is a lesson right now, what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then we got Mr. Jesus Vicioso. The man, the legend, a.k.a. Soups.
Yeah.
He is the dude.
He is
the dude. He's been in the business for 12 years, in the auto industry for 12 years, 6 years at BMW of Ramsey, 5 years top producer or top performer, pre-owned sales. He does about 350 cars a year. These two guys are beasts. Give it up for Jesus Vicioso and Andrew Araque.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you hosting us, my brother.
Nah,
We
this is
appreciate
dope.
you hosting us. This is a great platform you started, and it can only get better from here, right?
Yes.
It can only get better from here.
There you go, right?
So let's start with you, Andrew. What how did you grow up? Where did you grow up? And how did we get here?
So
let's start with you.
how we got here, so I was born in Jersey City. Grew up in Guttenberg, Hudson County. Everybody at Hudson County, stand up. You know, that's special. And then when I was 13 years old, you know, my dad, you know, he had restaurants in Hackensack. We were very known for the restaurant called Mi Tierrita. For all of you that know, Mi Tierrita was the Noches of New Jersey. So
Look at that.
he started it. We were the first Colombians with the liquor license. And that was a huge thing, obviously, back in the 90s.
Bro, I would have given him a... That's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard.
And my dad, he came illegally to this country, not once, but twice. So,
Wow.
you know, and he started as washing cars at Hudson Honda. Shout out to Hudson Honda because I used to, you know, help him out there too, you know?
Hudson Honda, man. What's up?
For real.
One time.
And
One time.
And, you know, seeing my dad and everything he accomplished, not knowing English, and I'm like, damn, man, like, the legacy gotta live.
Right.
You know, and that's one thing that as a kid, and then we moved to Rochelle Parks, thanks to my dad and all his hard work with the restaurant. I was like, nah, I gotta keep it moving.
Give it up for Bergen County.
Bergen County, for sure. And pretty much, I was like, what can I do? How can Andrew make the money that my dad once made in his lifetime, or you know, or get to the next level? And everyone says, Drew, you're a talker. You can talk your ass off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? You should be a car. He said you should be a car salesman. I said, I don't know if that was good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and I worked at Hackensack Hospital. Shout out to Hackensack Hospital. Everybody at Hackensack Hospital, I love you. Without you guys, oof.
There's no Mr. BMW?
Man, the whole business started there.
There's no Mr. BMW.
Now yo, what up, yo? Time is running out.
Exactly.
Ooh, classic.
And then from there, I said 9 years, and then I met Eddie Jones. He's the GM at Lamborghini. Shout out to Eddie Jones at Lamborghini Paramus. Every year he has his dinner, his Christmas gift. The guy put me on without knowing who I was. And then Frank Oliveri.
Nice.
Big Italian guy, real estate mogul, and you know.
Give it up for Frank, too.
You guys gonna see this in the podcast. So thank you guys, because Frank pushed me and introduced me to Eddie, and Eddie said, "I got you." That's what he said. He said, "I got you. You just gotta get the job. I'll get you the interview, can't promise you the job. I'll get you the interview.
Right.
And Prestige, working for Prestige BMW, obviously you remember, when you went for an interview, it was 20 salespeople at one
It's
time.
hard to get in back then.
Hard to get in.
Yeah, so-
I know. I tried.
Yeah, so crazy, and that was it, man. And that's the story. And just wanted to live the legacy. And there's more to the story. Obviously, my parents were gonna lose the house.
Right.
Unfortunately, things, obviously things went south. A couple things happened, a couple hiccups, but we got through it. And I was working at the hospital, and I was stressed.
What year was that?
That was in 2016.
2016.
And 2016, my life was gonna change, too,
Right.
because I was gonna sign so working at Hackensack Hospital, I did music as well,
Right.
and I was in Colombia, touring. I was in a group called Conexión.
Shout out to Conexión.
Shout out to Conexión. Shout out to Magic Juan from Proyecto Uno, legend. Obviously, he's a Latin legend, and he put me on in the game of music. And I was gonna sign with Juan y Nelson Entertainment.
Wow.
Which is a big music company, and they're like the Def Jam of Latinos.
Right.
And I know Jesus, I know you're learning some things here because I haven't told people this, but it was either save my parents' house or sign a record deal and not know what could happen, and we needed the money ASAP, and it was
You
either
didn't
that. So that's when Frank said, "Get in the car business. You're a good talker."
I wanna stop you right there.
Yes.
You see that point that you said. I think that many people and everybody that's watching this, many people have been with their backs behind the wall like that.
Yeah,
Okay, me myself have been with my back behind the wall like that,
Yeah.
right? And then you have to make a decision whether or not you eat, or you pay bills, or you whatever,
Yeah.
right? In your case, it could have went two ways.
Yeah.
You could have got signed,
Yeah.
right? And then you could have went to the moon. We never know.
That's crazy.
We never know, right?
Yeah.
But what you did was you got into our industry, and we appreciate you coming to our industry
Thank you.
because you do it the right way.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. And like I said, Jesus is one of the main reasons that I kept going in the store. And he kept pushing me and seeing how good he was. And obviously, he has way more experience than I did at the time. And I was like, damn, and it just gave me more hope when, especially like I said, my clients, everything. And,
Right.
But yeah, that's how I got in the car business.
So you see your story. This is why we do this interview in this podcast. It's because everybody wasn't fed,
Exactly.
right? Nobody comes from money like that,
Yeah.
right? So we have to
Not in our
create.
business. Not in our business.
Not in our business. We have to create the lifestyle that we want,
Exactly.
and the only way to do it is the way you did it, and it's to put the work in.
Yeah, so, I think, like I said, I never stopped thanking Eddie Jones, Frank Olivari for getting me the job and, and putting me on.
Shout out to Eddie. Listen, everybody has some type of mentor
Yeah,
that brings you to another level,
exactly.
right? These are gentlemen that introduced you to the game
Mhm.
and made you what you are today.
Yes,
And we appreciate people like that.
100%.
In our business, a lot of people, they don't do that.
Yeah,
Let's call it what it is. They just don't. All right? It's like it's a secret to understand what Reynolds and Reynolds is, or investing, or just to do finance. So what's a money for? Everything's a secret in our business. And
It is
you
a
understand
secret.
what I mean.
It's a
And if
secret.
you're watching, you know what I'm talking about.
People don't even know it's a money factor, right?
No, people don't even know what a money factor is, right? And things like that. So it's always been a secret, right? So
Yeah.
we appreciate people that step in and actually teach an individual like you because
Exactly.
look, you flourished.
thank you.
And Jesus, I want to talk about you, man. Let's talk about you. What's your humble beginnings?
Well, how could I start? I mean, I've been blessed to be in the business. Thank
12 years.
God. 12 years. Thank God. I'm at where I'm at right now. It didn't start off like this. Just like most of you guys in the business. Me personally, I'll start off with my mom pretty much raised me and my brother. She tried to do the best she can. She was in Section 8.
Right.
Most people don't realize that. They see all the glamour or whatever. I started with nothing.
Right.
I had to grow up with nothing at all.
Right. Single mom?
Single mom, yes
Okay.
sir, single mom.
Shout out to all the single moms
Moms out there, you
raise
guys,
an individual like this.
you guys
Okay?
are the best. Yes, especially hardworking moms out there trying to grind for their loved ones, of course. So I get a little emotional sometimes when I touch this subject. But yes, my mom, she did the best she could with me and my brother. My brother,
She did an awesome job,
I know,
bro.
amazing job.
Appreciate
An
that,
amazing
yeah.
job, man. Listen, man, I salute your mom. I salute where you come from to where you're at now. This is why this is important to talk about these things, because people
That's
think
what's up, man.
people think that you just got here.
it just handed. It was just
handed
handed.
to you.
Yeah, it was just handed.
It was handed to you.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's no.
But they don't understand the struggles for you to get how you got here.
Yeah.
This is the story that I want to know.
Yeah.
How did you get here? So continue.
So me personally, I don't have anything against college or school or anything like that. Just me personally, it didn't work out for me. So
Like many people.
Yeah, like many people. Nothing wrong with that. I was always a hands-on type of guy. I just want to go out there and just work, I was grateful enough. One of my two of my good friends actually, Danny Dotel and Nestor Martinez,
Right.
put me on into the car business in the used pre-owned lot in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Shout out to Danny and shout out to Nestor.
Danny and Nestor is my boys right there. They put me on to the game, showed me the ropes. We'll never forget that. So I started off there in Elizabeth, small pre-owned lot, learning the game.
Right.
I elevated. Then I got to BMW Ramsey franchise, of course.
Right.
I love the brand, of course.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You know how difficult it is to go from a pre-owned lot to get hired at a
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
BMW
Doesn't
franchise
happen.
store like that?
It doesn't happen.
It's hard to get. It doesn't
I was
happen.
blessed.
So,
I was
so let me
blessed.
tell you
That's
something.
what's up.
I was blessed. Yes,
Salute
sir.
you for that. So continue.
Yes. So I just always kept, try to be humble, not getting nobody's ways, just try to make my own way. I always remember, I had nothing, so everything I can do is extra, is icing on the cake, So
Right.
I'm used to it, nothing. So,
Right.
just, when you see the suit or whatever, this is just icing on the cake,
It's
So-
icing on the cake.
Yeah.
With the crown.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but we all work hard, It doesn't happen overnight. It's not an overnight success. There's a lot of people, in the business, they enjoy taking their days off, leaving early or whatever. Me and
You
Andrew,
guys put the work in, man.
we go in when we have to go in. There's no set time,
Yeah.
days off or whatever.
You guys put the work in.
We have to work
man.
6
And
days
for,
a week.
and for the record, I want to say for the record, these two gentlemen just did a 8-hour day,
Yeah.
and they're over here. And the time right now was, what is it? Freaking like
It's
8 o'clock.
past
yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Past hours.
Past hours, right? So putting in that work, you grinding. Once you got to BMW the first year, tell me about your first customer.
Oh, my first customer, I think it was a M3 guy, right? My manager, James Ferrazzo. Shout out to James Ferrazzo.
Shout out to James Farrar.
Shout out to-
Legend in the car.
That's a legend in the car
Legend in the
business.
car business.
BMW Bloomfield.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a legend. He taught me a lot. And always grateful to people teaching us game.
Yeah. True.
So we always in our store we was always brought up. I had a client that wanted an M class. I think it was an M3, and he wanted to test drive it before
Yeah.
running numbers or anything like that. And, I'm over here, all excited. Like, yeah, sure.
You're
let's
new.
test drive the
You're
car.
rookie at the time.
Yeah.
My manager's looking at me like, dude, you don't test drive an M3. What is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah.
This is, you work the numbers first and then you test drive an M car. I mean, most people, obviously, on the M car, they know, it's all performance. So, I haven't met somebody that driven a M car and say, hey, I don't like the car. So,
Nobody.
it doesn't happen, right?
Doesn't
so,
happen.
Yeah.
most of the time, we try to skip the test drive, especially on the M car.
On the M car, it's just like
Yeah.
they never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not going to come
It's like
back
a
and
code,
say,
BMW code.
I hate the car, right?
Correct.
You know what they are.
So, fast forward to the end of the deal. I mean, I took the car out of the showroom, and I think I got yelled at the first day. Yeah, the first day, right? So
That's crazy.
that
Yeah,
wasn't a
but
good start. That wasn't a good start.
Yeah, but it was a learning experience.
It was a learning curve. Yeah.
It's a learning-
But
it's
the
a
good thing
learning
is I
curve.
sold the car.
Yes, I remember.
Right,
That's
Yeah.
a big thing. So
You said, yo, you were like, Drew, how much I mean? I'm like, bro, it's an M car, bro. Don't worry about it. You'll see that.
so
position.
discounts there.
You good, you good.
You're good right there. Andrew, what about you? What was your first deal?
My first deal, oh man, I was so happy, thank God. So it was a Spanish lady, Puerto Rican lady. She was just in the. Remember I introduced you 2 days ago. She was in service.
Yes.
So she comes up to the desk and I'm at the front desk. I'm brand new. James Perazzo said, Drew, you're selling a car today. I was like, no, I'm not ready. I'm only 20 days in. Nah. You're going to the front desk. You're gonna take her up. I'm like, all right. Thank God she was Spanish, man. That's what mingles everything, man.
The Latin power.
The Latin power, the Latin connection. We got to take care of our own, man. So she saw me, and I hit her with the labia. That's it.
Oh man.
And then the craziest thing that she like, yo, you've been doing this for a while. How long you been doing this? I was like, oof. To be honest with you, you're my first customer. And she like, you lying. I was like, nah. She like, damn, I really am. I'm like, yeah. So now you actually got to buy the car. Like, you're gonna be my first customer. And she like,
so you actually told her that that she was your first
yeah,
customer.
before the sell. And then
And
she
that was
like,
before the sale.
Yeah.
Wow.
so
okay.
then from there she was like, she didn't believe me. And then James was like, yo, you really his first customer. Like, and then I'll never forget, it was a bonus car. In the car business, we have bonus cars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a car with no moonroof, no navigation, no heated steering wheel, no heated seats,
Wow.
no leather.
BMW.
It was a BMW because everything in BMW world is optioned out.
Right.
The Germany companies, it's weird. So they're like, whoever sells this car gets $1,000 commission.
Nice.
That's the car I pushed it to. It just worked out. I was like, I didn't know it was really that one. So after I'm like, oh my God, that is the one.
But she liked it, right?
She loved it. She didn't care about all of that. She cared about
So-
the BMW drive.
That's what she cared about.
That and
what
that was
she
the
cared
best
about.
thing about. And then from there, 7 years later, like, I always like, see her in the
Have
showroom.
you ever got in contact with her again after that
Yeah.
sale?
Oh, yeah.
Like, say, have you sold her other cars?
No, so she keeps her cars for a long time. That's the thing.
Okay.
So
But you still contact with her?
yeah, no, she was in the showroom 3 days ago. We were chopping it up. I introduced her to Jesus, my managers. Oh, guys,
Right.
come over here. This was my first. She made me. Like she made my career.
That's how it started.
That's how I started.
You always remember your first,
Yeah.
and you always remember. And I'm gonna ask you this question too. You always remember your most craziest deal that you've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Give me a crazy deal that you ever had,
Oh,
Jesus.
man. That's a couple of crazy deals.
Like what type of crazy? What type of crazy we talking about?
Give me something like crazy like we had insurance issues. We had approval issues. Once the car was delivered, there was something wrong that we couldn't fix.
Or we delivered the wrong car.
Or we delivered the wrong VIN number.
That's
You ever done
That
that?
happens.
You deliver. For those of you that don't know,
Happens.
yes, it happens. Sometimes you deliver the wrong VIN. That's why you have to check the VIN with the insurance and with all the paperwork. You gotta check it all.
And you find out 3 years later. No, I'm joking.
No, you don't find you find out when your office
Funding,
is like,
funding.
hey.
You're like this, yo.
What's
This
going
not the
on?
car. I don't know what you're talking about.
So has that anything like that ever happened to you?
Well, I try to be very diligent in my process of delivering cars, so I always check the
You're
VIN
doing
number.
it for the gram. I know. I understand.
I always check my VIN numbers, but I had always I had an emotional client when I got an approval. Everybody told them no, and thank God we have a great finance department in our team over here. So
Oh, that's what's up.
yes, they was going through horror stories, going through dealers to dealers,
Really?
dealers to dealers. Yes,
Right.
It was a nightmare for the client.
That's a good story then.
It's a great story.
Yes. So thank God we was able to help them out. Even with the low credits, it happens. It could happen to anybody. And people go through personal situations. all the
That's-
time.
Listen.
crazy.
Anybody can get bought. The thing is that do we have the right down payment? Is it the right car? Is it booked out right? Is it like it's so many factors?
A lot of factors.
A lot of
So
factors.
many factors. It's not like, hey, I'm a 550 credit score and I have 10 grand and
Yeah.
I want this $100,000. No, it doesn't work like that.
No, not at
If
all.
the car doesn't book out, your 10 grand means nothing.
I always tell the clients also, I mean, even if you had 10, 15, 20 grand, doesn't mean you could buy a $100,000 car. You gotta, your credit history has to be on point also. I mean, even people starting off,
Yeah.
everybody wants to, get the hottest car on the block. We all want,
Always.
Yeah.
we all been
always
there,
want
of
it.
course. But, like my mentors has told me, you gotta crawl, walk, and then run because
Right.
you have to do things the right way. I mean, credit in this country is obviously the most important thing, and
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
sure you and
Yeah.
your followers, you doing your great great things with the credit situation,
Mm-hmm.
helping a lot of
For sure.
families out. Yeah, so
Sure.
we
a lot of my
appreciate
clients
that.
love, yeah. Thank you.
We
Thank you for
definitely
that.
appreciate that, especially bringing that knowledge to the Hispanic community, because a lot of people don't
I don't know.
They just don't
being
know.
brought up
They don't know.
like we did. They don't really know about credit situation. They don't teach us that in
Yeah.
school.
No, we don't understand finance
Yes.
and on how credit affects
Mm-hmm.
every single thing. I mean, you rather have 100 grand in the bank or you rather have a 850 credit score, right?
Yeah, some people don't understand
Some
that.
people
yeah.
don't understand that. Some people gonna go with the money.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, all day,
But without the 850, then I can't get the house. I can't get to this. I can't get to that. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I could get the 100 grand and I could 10x that 100 grand with that 850.
Oh, 100%.
You understand? That's what people don't understand. But for you, what is your nightmare deal that you've ever had?
The nightmare deal. Well, it just turned into a nightmare. So I forgot to tell
It's the
client.
gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. So I was probably like 2 years into. Exactly.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. I was 2 years in the game, man, and I'm talking to a client. He lives about 5 hours from the dealership, and yeah, this is a crazy story, man.
Massachusetts.
Oh man! And then from there, whatever, he comes, drives, has a trade. Right. Number one rule is make sure they bring the title.
Well, that's the number one rule.
Bring
Bring number
the
two.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway,
And then
go ahead.
a great manager, James Perazzo, he's like, Andrew, what's the title to the trade? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, that's Car Sales 101. It's like, you're absolutely right. Let me ask him. I was like, hey, you brought the title? He's like, oh, shoot, I forgot. It's like, damn. And mind you, we're spotted.
He's 5 hours away.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's about 11 a.m. and I'm negotiating all night. It's an M4, 18 M4. Like, we're the only ones with the car,
Right.
and so they're like, all right, no problem. We'll sign them up, but you know what the rule is, right? I'm like, what's the rule?
You gotta go. You gotta go and get that title 5 hours away.
You gotta go get
That's
the
the
title.
rule.
I said, I gotta get what? I said, what about UPS? What about FedEx?
Yeah, overnight.
No.
right?
We need the title today. Because he has our car. It's not a deal until we have the title.
It's true.
And
So you had to follow him 5 hours.
yes.
Nah.
Yes. And at that time, bro, yeah.
You really wanted that deal.
Of course I wanted that deal, but that's why I said it turned into a nightmare. That deal turned into a nightmare.
Wow.
But so I got there and I was like, man, this is the craziest thing. I get the title, gives me some water. I'm like, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. He's like, so you're just gonna go back? I was like, yeah. I'm going right back to the dealership 5 hours later. So it was just one of those.
10 hours.
10 hours.
I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my mother for ya.
You the man, bro.
And I did it, but it's discipline, right? In the car business, they say only the strong survive, and that's a moment of discipline in the car business.
You know what that did to you? You would never in your life forget about a title in a deal.
Yeah. It's more to it, right? It's like discipline in the car business. People say, how does Jesus sell 30 to 40 cars a month? How does Andrew sell 34 cars? It's discipline.
Right.
And that's what I tell everybody. And I am thankful for my managers that were tough on me in the beginning. like Jesus says, like, you know, they were hard on us. They made us make 40 phone calls. Everything was like this. I let a customer go, leave with them. So that title situation, it was crazy. You know, that day I was like, damn, like
How long ago was this?
that was in 2018, so that was probably almost 2019.
Right.
So it was almost 2 years.
Think about how long ago that was, and it's still in your brain.
It's still in my brain.
Tattoo.
And I still remember that.
It's a
That turned into a nightmare. But you learn from that. But yeah. I remember that.
I have a question for. Have you guys ever had to repo a car yourselves?
Oh, Andrew has a great
I
story.
move rhymes like retail, make sure you sell.
I mean, should we talk about it or?
Nah. We should leave that off.
Nah.
Wait, we got.
Oh my god.
No matter if I'm opening up or headline, doing the speed limit or pushing red line.
Repo story, man.
Let's do the repo story. Let's go.
I mean, look, it's not a secret, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So
I had a few repos myself. So go ahead, guys.
put it like this, man.
Gotta go collect.
Give me a go.
I pulled up in a minivan in a hoodie and a face mask because I had the second key to the car that I had a repo. It was at a warehouse abandoned, and all I know is the car. Boom, boom, boom. Luckily, I could track the car. People be forgetting we could track the BMWs with the app.
People that's watching, we could track you.
We could try.
I move rhymes like retail, make sure you sell.
And yeah, that's when I realized, shit.
Hey,
This is I'm a car salesman right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this is what I signed up for.
I mean,
Yeah, man. I had
pay
to.
your bills. What
I
happened?
took it, and we never, just.
So I'm gonna go to you. I don't know if you ever had one. You ever had
Thank
one?
God, I haven't had a repo
You never had a repo
in
story?
my years business.
So my story is I was in finance one time and we had another finance. It was my day off. All the paperwork was ready, right? But I tattooed it on the jacket, the deal jacket.
Okay.
Do not deliver until we have proof of whatever, right? It was proof of funds, I believe. It was proof of income.
Income, POI.
POI, right? For those that don't know what POI is, it's proof of income, and POR is proof of residency. So what happened was, my man, he didn't see the tag that I said do not deliver until they give me this, right? He delivered the car. Guess what? It was a deal through Chase. Guess what? He couldn't prove his income. I was like, hey, I need this income. I need this income. I need this income.
Man.
Right? It was already delivered. He already had it. 2 days went. No income. No POR. No POI. Right? I had no choice but to go to my man's house. And thank God, like you, I had the spare key.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Got to.
God.
Right? No, espérate. Discúlpame. I'm lying to you. No, I did not have the spare key. You know how what I had to do with the guy was, I went up to his house because he didn't pick up his calls. I knocked on the door. He finally, he lived on the second floor. I rang his doorbell. He got out the window and I said, hey, Mr. Customer, do me a favor because we forgot to give you a free tire and wheel kit. I was gonna put it in your trunk, and we also left something in the trunk. Can you leave me the keys? Can you just drop the keys or open up so I could just check to see if I could put this in there,
crazy.
right? I had to like bamboozle him to give me the keys.
Got to.
He threw the keys to me. I turned on the car and I was gone. That's how I
Damn.
repoed that car.
Ooh.
That's how I
And he
repoed
didn't
that
call
car.
you?
That's strong.
He didn't call you
He
after?
didn't call me because he knew.
Of course. You can't.
He knew.
That's crazy.
I've been calling him the whole time. He knew. So
what time it is.
that's what happened with me.
That's wild,
So
man.
you said you never.
No, thank God I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah, that day was scary. That was scary. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
5 hours, that's
it was
no
in
joke.
like the hood,
Situation.
and like it was, but
Nah, in this business it happens, man. Because sometimes we spot cars and we're missing that one thing, and let's say that the bank is not
Wow.
gonna fund the deal. We have to repo this
Yeah.
car. And I know it happens all the time, especially when you're more aggressive.
yeah.
When you're like, you know what? Let's just put them on the road and we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes that comes to bite you
Yeah.
in the ass. You know?
Right? It bites you.
Bites you.
It could go 50-50 on that.
Yeah.
Right? So there's dealers that do that take that chance, and there's dealers that don't.
Yeah.
You know? So besides the repos,
Yeah. That was wild.
besides the repos, have there been like a feel good situation? Even though Jesus, you gave me a feel good situation, have you ever had like a situation where you sold a car to a person that didn't deserve it, but they got it anyway, and it's like they gave you a hug and they kissed you and they cried and the whole night? You ever had one of those?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually happened the other day. You know, I had I had an X4 client. Their vehicle got total. It was a total loss. The vehicle was parked outside their house.
Right.
Somebody, ran the light and T-boned the car, and insurance declared a total loss. Long story short, credit situation wasn't great. The vehicle didn't have gap insurance. I have to stress I have to stress the importance of gap insurance.
Gap insurance,
man.
please.
Oh, my
That's
God.
all. Please, gap insurance
It's a must.
It's a must.
It's
It's
a
not
must.
like nope, get it. Don't even question.
Obviously,
it.
unless you're buying the vehicle outright, you must have gap insurance, because this
Right.
client over here, they was financing close to the full amount, and once the vehicle is totaled, sometimes the insurance, they don't cover the full amount. They only cover a portion of it. And this client decided not to get gap insurance, just to try to save, $10,
Couple
$20 on a monthly payment.
Yeah.
But once the vehicle was totaled, they owed $10,000 after the insurance paid off their portion.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling on earth for a
Yes.
client.
Yes.
Let me tell you,
It was
because
incredible.
it's one of those feelings that, let's say let's say you had an accident, you don't have insurance. I've had that too.
Oh my God.
With like someone that had a lapse insurance and they had an accident, they lost. Now they're out
bad,
the
that's
money
bad.
and the car, so it's like really really bad. So
Yeah.
I stress, gap insurance is a must
Have to.
for a finance deal.
Have to.
Okay, for a lease deal, it's typically included in the Hondas and the Toyotas. Is it included?
It is in
the
BMW.
It's
Yeah.
included in
Yeah,
BMW.
yeah.
Like Highline is typically
Yeah,
included.
for
They,
sure.
BMW, we like to take care of our clients.
Right,
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
you-
gap is in there.
it's in there. But if you financing a vehicle,
It's optional. It's optional. If you finance,
It's
it.
optional.
If you lease, it's already included. If you finance, it is optional. Some people try not to get it, opt out of it, just to try to save $15, $20. I'm
That's
like,
a
guys,
must. That's a must.
it is not worth it. If something, God forbid, something happens, you're gonna be out.
A lot of people don't know
money,
about gap insurance,
Yeah.
right? Like I didn't know about gap insurance, right? Until I started working here. I'm like, holy shit, that shit is.
A lot of
important.
terminology that we use is
That's important.
a lot of people don't in the public, buying a car. They don't do this every day.
no, so they're not gonna
They're
understand.
not gonna understand.
Gap insurance is one of those things that you should have when you're financing a car. And to explain what gap insurance is if the car value is less than what you paid for it, there's a gap there.
Or what you owe.
Or what you owe, right? There's a gap there. So that insurance was covering that gap. And if let's say that gap is 10 grand, that's how much that bill is gonna be.
Yeah.
You're on the hook for it.
You're on the hook for it. Let's say that bill is 5 grand, you're on the hook for $5,000. So that's why it's important,
important.
to add another $10 to $15 to $20 a month for gap insurance if you're financing that car, especially when you're not putting a sufficient amount of money down.
Exactly.
Yes, 100%.
Exactly.
So that's one
That's
of
good.
those
That's
things.
good, man. Let me touch on that.
Good stuff that we're touching on that because really no one's really touching on this.
Not at all.
Okay. The other thing too, for Highline, which is what you do, you have products like tire and wheel, right? People. That's another product that people say no to all the time.
I like to take my chances. I hear that all the time. I like to take my chances. Sometimes those chances cost $4,000 or $5,000. One shot.
One shot.
All right.
Definitely
One
get
shot.
it. I don't recommend it. You need it.
I mean,
You
Andrew
need it.
had an experience on his own car.
on my 8 Series. I
No
went.
pro tires. Go ahead.
I went through about $12,000 in 1 year, and luckily I had the tire and rim.
But
What?
imagine you didn't have it.
If I didn't have it, no, bro, I would have gone crazy. I'd be like, yo, let me get a loan. Let me get a loan. You need tire rim. There's no if, no buts about it. Just get it. Just do it like Nike.
That's free promo.
That's it. How about, yeah.
Oh man, so that's one of those products that Tyrant Wheel was a product that I would get. The other one is obviously gap insurance if I'm financing a car.
Exactly.
How do you feel about warranty on a vehicle on a finance vehicle, not on a lease vehicle, but on a finance?
On a
vehicle?
finance, I mean, in my opinion, I think of it as peace of mind. Peace of mind is priceless for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid something ever happens to my vehicle, I don't want no surprises, right? I don't want to go into service and have a $5,000 bill, 3, 4, whatever, 6, 7. I mean, let's say your transmission go, right?
Right.
Yeah, just,
On a car, it's just on a BMW, anywhere from 8 to 12,000.
any car, man.
I mean, just any
Any
car.
car.
A Honda.
You as the pre-owned guy that you sell all these type of pre-owns, do you feel that a lot of people are getting these type of products, or they're like saying no to these products?
A lot of people opt into it because they don't want to worry about something happening. God forbid,
Right.
something goes. At the end of the day, these are machines, right? Machines
Yeah.
are human
It
put them
happens.
together, right?
Something happens and-
We're not
Yeah,
all
yeah.
perfect. Something's it's gonna happen. I seen brand new vehicles break down with
Yeah.
well, under 1,000 miles.
Just, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I just had a client I sold a X5 to, 2015 X5.
Right.
I told her, hey, please get extended warranties. 5 months later, she's calling me, hey, this, that. I'm like, did you get the extended warranty? No, I didn't.
What you want me to do now?
It's hard. It's hard to, well, okay, what?
Yeah.
Can you cover it, Andrew?
You know what the issue
Can
is?
I cover it? Hold on, where the hell's my wallet at?
No.
Yeah.
No, man.
So the thing is this. It's good that we're touching on this because not a lot of auto
And
guys
I feel bad for
touch
her.
on
I'm sorry.
this.
That's so.
And you know what really when someone it happens to them, right? That
It's
something
unfortunate.
happens.
Yeah, it's
It's
unfortunate.
unfortunate, yeah.
They're not gonna call the finance manager. They're gonna call you,
Person you know that sold him the
the
car.
person that sold them the
Yeah,
car, right? So
exactly,
then now you're backtracking and saying, hey, did you get this or did you get
Yeah.
that?
I
And now-
expressed how bad she
Yeah,
needed.
so that's a situation that it can go two ways. You could lose a customer forever
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
because the transmission went on them and they didn't get the warranty, right? I'm not blaming anything. Please
It
don't.
can happen to
finance
anybody.
guys, please. I'm not blaming any of the finance guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is the perception of the client.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "Wait a minute, you sold me something that doesn't work, or you sold me something." Even if they did they ran through a pothole, it's
That's what-
gonna be your fault. Believe it or not.
That's why I stick to new cars. Let him handle the beefs.
No, but even with new cars,
Yo,
new
no,
cars, a lot
no.
of new
You'll get
cars.
the new car. Yeah, nah, yeah.
I do a lot of new cars too, so even new cars.
It can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It happens to anybody.
Yeah.
But
Cars
with new
cars
cars-
break down no matter what happens. Cars break down. That's the name. I mean,
It doesn't matter what brand.
that's
it
where
is.
there's a service department, right?
Right.
Service departments are in business because cars
Break-
ultimately they
Mm-hmm.
break down, right? It's inevitable. You
It
you
is.
can't get around it. It just
That's it.
hopefully the vehicle lasts long enough that you don't have to come out of pockets
Right.
so much for your maintenance items and
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
mechanical breakdowns and stuff like that. And obviously you cover yourself for those unfortunate situations.
Now I have another question for you. Now we're gonna go into another topic. Have you ever had a client? What's like the biggest gift or
Right.
something
Oh,
or like a tip that you guys
nah.
had from a client?
So obviously I'm a big Knicks fan, and my clients, they hook me up with like
Hold on.
Go New York, go New York, go. Wow. And 4th place right now in the East, that's pretty strong. But yes, I'm a big Knicks fan, so I do spoil myself. I spent a lot of money on the Knicks. So free promo for the Knicks right now. Hopefully you guys send me some free tickets. Nah, I'm joking. But one of my clients, yeah,
I move rhymes like retail, make sure sell.
make $1 on that,
do
baby.
you?
All right, so one of my best clients, he says, Drew, when you go to the next Knicks, I'm like, man, I'm just trying to save up right now, you know, trying to be a little smarter, not get courtside tickets, you know.
Right.
He's like, no, when do you want to go? I was like, man, I'm trying to go to that Phoenix Suns game. He's like, I'll buy them. I was like, I need 2 tickets though. He's like, I got you. Where do you want to be? I'm like, Alex, I don't like sitting up top. I want to sit right there on the floor.
Whoa.
And I kept it real. I'm like, if you're gonna buy, don't do it because you know.
I'm not gonna go up there.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I'm trying to, you know,
I'm trying to be humble.
I'm trying to keep it real though.
I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away.
Man.
All right, so I'm trying to be like, yo, Alex, look, man. He's like, where do you want to sit? Like, if you can get me in the, you know, the floor, anywhere on the floor, I'll be fine with that. All right. Boom, boom, boom. 2 days later, hey, what's your email? I'm like, shit. Go I check my email. I'm like, oh man, this guy got me right there. Of course, right for first row.
Nice.
Me and
Who you met over there?
friend, you know.
Who's your number 2?
But you just had some artists over there, right?
Oh yeah, what do you mean?
Like a Courtside. You met a
Oh
couple
yeah.
people.
So obviously
Potential clients, right?
Yeah, so Fat Joe's always there, Spike Lee. So, you know, I'm in the mix, man. I try to, you know, network.
You have
I
to
see Brandon from there, Brandon Medford, always at the Knicks game.
Right.
I run into
We got
him.
Brandon coming too.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a legend.
Shout out to Brandon.
Yo.
I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my mother for ya.
So he be at the Knicks game all the time. So the Delta Club, man, they have the best cheeseburgers there. Holy moly! But yeah, man, that was about $8,000. You know, that somebody just $8,000. So that was a dope. And then obviously we get tip money. They'll take us out to dinner. You know, like and I know it might be on subject, like his clients and my clients, they know each other, and then we just become all cool. Like my clients and his clients, and they're mingling. Yo, let's do dinner, all of us. All right, let's go. Like, it's dope. And it's more like relationships, right? Like, you know, like we went to Eddie V's together, you know, chopping it up, good time, drinking, eating. It's like that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we're thankful for our clients.
Right. So
it's a community, like with us, right?
So one of the reasons why we have this show is because you see how your clients are like, they gravitate to you guys, and they're warm to you guys, and they're giving you gifts and stuff like that, and because you guys are doing the right things by them, bro.
Yeah.
You're taking care of them. I'm sure that they'll call you pick up. They'll text you.
Always have to be available. You always have to be available.
That's the name of the game. You always have to be available.
Always have to be available.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Vacation, you're in DR, you're in Colombia, whatever.
Yeah.
We sell cars from DR and Colombia too.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
If he's off, I'm off. We take care of each other.
I've done it, believe me.
Yeah, I send Andrew clients, vice versa.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Hey,
like, for example, one of his biggest clients is Nord Trades.
Right.
Shout out to Nord Trades.
Shout out to my boy Nord Trades. Doing his thing in
Production there.
It's a stock legend.
Stock legend. And
tell him to hook us up.
Yeah, and he's one of our VIPs.
Follow him, Nord Trades. He's the GOAT.
They probably following him already.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, like for example, Nord Trades walks in the building, Jesus not there, I'm gonna make sure he's good. Vice versa. My VIP clients, like Javo is one of my VIP clients.
Right.
I'm not there, I make sure Jesus is taking care of them. You know, we all know our clients, and it's a circle and within a circle, and that's what I love about it.
Right.
We take care of our own. It like I said, we're the brand in the store, and the people, yes, they come all the way to Ramsey, but they're really coming for us.
100%.
Because you already know.
We know. You guys warm welcome. No pressure. Super tranquilo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we always joke around here and there, but you know, we always want to make sure the clients well taken care of.
You have a great time there.
That's number one rule for us. I mean, make sure
clients first. Without the clients,
number one. You know, that's what makes us. You know,
yeah, we make them feel like family. You know, family to me is everything. I go to a spot and I want to be like, oh, Andrew's here. Like, I love that. So when his clients come in, hey, what's up? How's the kids? How's this, that? They're not even my clients.
Wow.
But it's like, damn.
The attention, the
This
attention
is
to details,
family.
it goes a long way. You know?
This is and he does the
Attention
same
to
thing for my
detail.
clients, and I love it. And I'm like, Jesus, look who's here. Oh, blah blah blah. And people, but it's genuine though. It's not like we're doing it. No, it's genuine because it's 7 years of relationships. with his clients, my clients. So it's pretty dope. So
It's a
We're
long
just getting
time.
started. We're just getting started.
we're just getting started.
Just
you know,
getting started.
that's
So
it.
Getting started.
that is, and for you to get to this mark, see, you said 7 years, and you're 6, right? For those who are new in the business, it takes about this type of time
Yeah.
to gather that relationship
Yeah.
of all your clients like
Patience.
that. It really, really takes a long time because you're talking about, let's say they had when you first started, you gave them you did a deal. 3 years later, they have to get another deal, so they see you again. 3 years later, they see you again, and now it's like an on and on and on. And then once you build your book of business like that, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Some people don't even have to take up. So I mean, we have a client advisor in our store. You know, they just work off their portfolio, but he's been doing it 20 plus years. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah.
obviously we all want to get to that level.
Right. They're selling their the parents, the grandparents, the kids, their grandkids. Like, it's a generational thing when you're doing
awesome.
it that long. And the other thing too is you guys are in the same location for a long time as well,
Which is awesome.
which is awesome. Okay. There's a lot of I spoke about that in my last podcast, but there's a lot of guys that goes from dealer to dealer to dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then this is what you're missing when you do that. You're missing that the client that's going to
Follow you.
follow you or come back to you,
Yeah.
because now if you leave, that client becomes the dealer's client,
That's it.
right? Which is always going to be the dealer's client.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
they don't have a familiar face anymore.
You gotta start fresh.
They have to start fresh again.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of these guys that go from dealer to dealer to dealer, the dealer, they tend to lose like that clientele base.
Yeah.
They have to start all over again and start all over again and start all over again. That's
We
where
building
the
an
issue
empire
lies.
here, man. That's why I told us, was like, oh, we're good, man. We're building an empire, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
feed off each other. You know, obviously, is I don't look at Andrew as competition. You know, we
you
strive.
shouldn't.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
strive
You
together.
Yeah. If he skates me, I let it go. Somebody else skates me, man, it's on, baby. What we doing out there? Nah.
we
This
just
is
ma-
love, man. It's
We
love.
make each other better every day. We make
Every
each other
day.
better.
I'm like, Jesus, let me use that line. What did he say? All right, so you want a cup of coffee with milk? That's what you offer your clients? Damn, bro. All right.
So how do you feel about selling now EVs?
Ooh,
Electric
good
market. That's interesting.
How do you
interesting.
feel about that right now?
I mean, we have to adapt to the present and the future. I mean, now EV market is in a couple years is gonna be half of industry sales. I mean, we
Yeah.
can't, this even
Probably going to be the standard.
even if we don't want to do it, I mean, there's no way around it. I mean,
There's no way around
There's
it.
no way around it.
You have to adapt real quick.
have
and,
to adapt.
And that's where everyone is going. I mean, it's not a secret. The rebates on electric cars are
insane.
amazing,
Are
right?
insane.
Yeah,
So it's
7
either,
grand.
hey, do I pay $200 less on a $20,000 more car, right? It's like, and you'll see people, I want an electric car, you know.
Right.
And obviously when they drive, if you drive an electric, have you driven an electric car?
Yes, I have. Mhm.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
It's next level.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's,
Yeah, man.
it's amazing.
A lot of people are nervous, obviously, about the
Yeah.
infrastructure of the EV. How to charge your car. You know, you have anxiety. You know,
Yeah, I mean, let's say you
Stuff
live in
like
a you're in Manhattan somewhere, right? You live in an
Apartment
apartment.
building, of
Where are you
course.
going to charge your car?
Exactly.
So those are the you're right.
But in a couple years, I'm sure we everything is gonna come together.
Right.
I
It,
think
it's happening.
it's in the early
Obviously, there's
stages.
garages that
In the early stages right
That's
now,
it, yeah.
but I think they're gonna ramp up this infrastructure pretty quickly in the next couple years, especially with
Right.
the EV market and
Yeah.
what's going on in the world. Yeah.
Right, it's happening. It's already happening. It's
It is.
it took like this year in the late of 2023. It took a little bit of a back seat. People
Mm-hmm.
started going with combustions motors again,
Okay.
right? But the government is going to go to EV. Okay,
Yeah.
it's safer. Obviously, they say it's safer. The technology's there. I mean, it's just gonna get better and
Yeah.
better and better and better. And then
Yeah.
I see it phasing out gas cars.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
direction. Yeah, that's what we're seeing.
I mean, I know we have a lot of clients, especially M clients, that they
Oh, yeah.
don't want to hear an EV conversation. You know,
No.
yeah, they love their V8
Yeah,
engines.
yeah.
I mean, I have people that
You
have
can't switch them. It's all
Yeah.
gas and gas.
12
Hard
cylinder
to switch.
12 cylinder engines. So imagine somebody with a 12 cylinder engine trying to talk to them about an EV, right?
You
EV
can't.
means, you know, a lot of people don't know what EV means. Electrical vehicles, right, guys? Right? Right?
So we can say probably within the next 20 years, I would say it's probably going to change.
20? No, I think a lot
Shorter
quicker.
than
that?
The 20 years that's a long time.
I want to say by like 2040, that's it. So it's there.
It's
Everything.
there. Well, I mean,
By 2030, they're
It's
saying,
almost
but
20 years, but I think a little
it's just
quicker.
too-
Yeah, they're gonna ramp up.
2040,
fast,
when
yeah.
it's 50
2040,
years
I
from
would
now.
say, yeah,
60
2040
years
should
from now.
be it. Let
Yeah,
me see.
if
Let me
they-
see what Walter Mercado said.
So the EV market is definitely gonna make it's coming. We
Yeah.
can't it's uncontrollable.
It's
like a-
inevitable. Yeah, you can't stop
It's
it.
inevitable.
You can't stop it.
you cannot stop it.
That's it.
So besides the EV and besides everything that's happened with you guys in BMW
Thank you.
Ramsey, have you ever liked another brand? Like, is there like an interest in another brand? Not to go work or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's like an interest of driving another brand. What is it? If you had a brand that you will that besides BMW, and no, you're not sleeping with another brand or like that. You're good. Besides BMW, who would be that other brand?
That's a tough question. Tough question.
I mean, me personally,
What are you thinking?
there's a McLaren store next to,
Yeah, right
to
next
our
to
store.
us.
Okay.
It's just like, oh man, I would love
I
to
mean,
just like
everybody wants a McLaren.
McLaren. I mean, look,
I'm referring to, but hold on. I'm referring to same type of BMW. You got Mercedes. You got Audi. You got like. Is there another brand that you're like, damn, that's a nice car?
No, I mean,
Nah.
if you're in the same level as BMW, I mean, I think BMW is smacking everybody as
Yeah.
far as if you're in the same level. Mercedes, Audi,
Right.
any luxury brand. I mean, aside from Lamborghini, you know, the Porsches of the world, the McLarens, you know, Aston Martins. Obviously, there's another level. But if you're talking about Audis, Mercedes, BMWs, luxury Cadillac, you know, BMW is the way to go. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no
no disrespect to my
yeah,
Cadillac.
yeah. Obviously, we
No disrespect to anybody.
Yeah.
Brogan, what's up,
yeah,
Brogan?
Brogan, woo woo.
Hey, yeah.
I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my mother for ya.
What's up?
So all right. So
BMW,
without
man,
BMW
is-
is it.
Yeah, it's
BMW is it. Listen, personally,
performance. Yeah, performance.
Performance.
I prefer a Beamer.
They're
I'm
modern. It's modern. The look. It's like Mercedes looks good. It's just the drive. I don't know about
Yeah.
the drive.
We came out
It's
with
a
the new.
smoother ride. BMW have it more of a it
hugs the road.
It
It's-
hugs the
yeah, it
road
hugs the
better.
road.
Yes.
To me.
yes.
We came out with the new S-Class killer, that we call it, right? The 7
7
Series,
Series.
7 Series guys, right? New redesign,
Yeah.
taking over the market right now. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. You will not be disappointed. All my executives out there driving the S-Class, I know you
Yeah.
guys love the comfort of the S-Class.
I just
Please, just drive a 7 Series. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, please, right?
That's a gem right there.
But, you know, just call me, you know, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Oh man. So all right. So your position is nobody else.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the, you know,
You can't.
luxury
It's,
brands,
it's
and
hard.
BMW,
It's hard. It's
Right.
hard.
You can't.
I've
compete.
tried. I'm like, let me see. I just can't.
It
Can't
can't,
do it.
it can't do it.
It's yeah.
That's why you guys you're selling a product that you love.
We believe in it. Yeah, we
you
believe
believe
in it.
in
Yeah.
it.
Before I went to BMW, I had a BMW.
Mm.
So I mean, I just always gravitated to the brand.
Yeah.
Me too. I had a 3 Series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in the day, I had a 3
Yeah.
Series. Yeah. So I'm a Beamer guy. Over any one of them. I'm with you on that. But if I had to make a choice, and this is me being on the other side of you. I know I'm biased, right? So you're on that side. I can go Audi, right? I can do the Audi,
Sorry to hear that, man.
you know. But I would prefer, like, if I had a choice between the 3 Series right now
Oh, A4.
or A4, that's a hard choice.
It is,
I'm gonna
it
be
is.
honest with you because the 3 Series, I
Talking
think.
about payment wise, or
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about like look, performance,
Okay.
the whole nine. We can go car for car. I think that besides the 3 Series, not the M. I'm not referring about
Yeah,
the
of
M.
course, that's a different level.
Yeah.
That's a different level. Different level. If besides the 3 Series, I think the A4 has a better look
Okay.
than the 3 Series. Right now, that doesn't mean later. That's just me. But the 5 kills the everything else. The 7, there's no more 8s. A8s. I don't know if there's A8s.
Oh, yeah,
A8s,
yeah.
right? There's that Sportback. That 4 Series kills that Sportback for the Audi. That's the A5. Like, I prefer, the only one that's suspect to me is the 3 Series over the A4.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Give you that.
You know what I mean? Give it up to Ty over there at
Shout
out to Ty.
Shout out to Ty.
Ty Dollars.
Bridgewater, stand
Bridgewater
up.
Audi.
Bridgewater, stand up.
Oh.
I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away.
So, all right. So your position is all throughout BMW. That's it. I'm talking 3 Series, 1 Series. What else? There's
I
a
mean,
2
yeah,
Series.
it's just overall the
Yeah.
performance is just you can't compete. I mean, yeah, I mean Lexus of the world. I mean, Lexus I think is indestructible. I love Lexus personally.
Right.
You know, Mercedes, Audi is just it just
BMW.
It's tough.
BMW.
There you go.
That's it.
BMW just
BMW.
For us, that's it.
out of
I'm
the.
with you. I'm with you.
It just smacks everybody
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I'm with you.
There you go.
So to conclude, my brothers, to conclude, I want to thank you guys for blessing me with your knowledge and blessing me with everything that
Thank
you
you.
guys.
We appreciate you having us. Great platform,
Thank you.
and I
Appreciate
think
that.
this is a great.
I thank you very much. I appreciate
We respect
it,
your
man.
grind, everything about Pro Auto Brokers. Shout out to Renee behind the camera. Because I didn't know, like Renee, I'm like, he's a grinder just like you, a hustler, man. I love it, man. I love the grind and everything you guys are doing. I respect it 1,000%, and I'm like, damn, this is right here, a legend right here, man.
Passaic raised,
Yo, we here with it, my brothers, man, and I'm here to give you your flowers.
Yeah.
From day one that I went into your dealership, you guys treated me like fam, always, bro, and always super professional.
Yes.
Always been on that grind, and from a guy that's always grinding, I respect the grind you guys
same.
do.
Remember, your family is different.
No doubt, no doubt, my brother. All right, so
Always love, brother. Always love.
Always love.
Always.
listen, man, episode 003 in the works.
Books.
003.
003, it is a wrap, and we appreciate
The Zeus,
everybody, man.
the Zeus, and Mr. BMW with Pro Auto Brokers. 003.
And that's a wrap.